Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And he'll test it 25. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis, and the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, there has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
Dancing to his left. And this is caught at the 8. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. He got 29 yards that time. A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. Now a first carry for their fullback. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Good solid gain on 1st down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. It's the fullback. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have taken the early lead. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now McManus on to kick this one off. Switzer now to return. And he gets it to the 30-yard line, but the football's not going to stay there. There's a penalty marker down. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I have a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back. That penalty will move them back.
They'll look to throw now on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And down he'll go at the 25. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And give them a gain of 37. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he's throwing football.
Looking to throw. Fighting to stay upright. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yet in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Chicago. Taylor Gabriel, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability. Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield.
And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy of his speed needs. If you go play action, all you want is just a moment where the guys covering take their attention somewhere else, and then he's by them. And once he's by them, there's no catching him. As they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back, that means he's leaving.
Unless that DB is Charles Davis, right?
In that case, he left.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Khalil Mack in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100, and what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th. On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here.
Here we go now. 3
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Murray. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 3rd and 2, Murray. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught at the 25. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big play there for the Bears on 3rd. 53 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
They run. This is Cohen. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Gone, 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 gone. Hurry up, here we go.
To throw on 2nd down. Murray flushed out right. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. It's their quarterback. His 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now McManus on to kick this one off. Switzer now to return. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. And since they still have 10 yards to go, they'll just say, let's roll this over to third down and decline it.
Let's just be honest about it. If you can't get them off the field on 3rd and 10, then something's wrong with your defense anyway. No sense in taking that penalty.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone. So that last play gives them a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Now let's go.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Now Cohen. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Lucky 56.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Now he's going to let it go deep back over the middle. And he fires one that's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Now let's go.
They go play action here on 1st down. Being chased out left. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
To throw again. Murray. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man, able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Hey, defense, let's go. Over, 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 over.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker, and it's 4th. Here comes the Bears punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw here's incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Fights off the defender. And a great move again. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a 1st down.
It's funny, partner. Le'Veon Bell, when he came out of Michigan State, when I go back and look at my analysis of him and what my grades were for him, thought he was a big-time player. Great potential, but I didn't know we were going to get this player.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Malik Collins getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Leopard! Leopard!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Let's take it inside his own 40. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. Onto the field now come the Bears. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front.
Right,
you know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and
touchdown, Chicago! As his guys are in for 6, and the Bears will extend their lead. That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain it.
And now for him, being able to focus on the task at hand and not just immediately assume that last week it totally carries over, but you got to like the start that he has, showing those great hands that we've seen from him throughout.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. You start to feel sorry now for the young man throwing the football. This is really turning into a disaster.
Listen, it's baptism. All right, this is almost a rite of passage. This young in the league, go back and find a Hall of Fame quarterback and check their records for their first 2 years, especially if they started the bulk of the games. I bet you'll find double-digit interceptions on just about every one of them. They have to learn as they go along.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Goes underneath for Bell. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up a third down.
Set! Green, 39!
They'll set up to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Fielded at about the 28. So a change of possession here on the punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. First and 10 on the short side of the field. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. On first down, Murray. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Let's go! Green, 39! Green, 39!
They'll come out throwing here on first down. This is Bell on the dump off. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now second and 13. He'll look to throw. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. picked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Detroit!
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Buying time to his left. Throwing deep for Galladay. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Forced out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Khalil Mack in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. Guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Now let's go. Blue 90.
On 3rd down, here's Bell. And he is going to lose yardage here. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Nazir Jones able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Set. 319. 319.
Murray now. Stepping up, he'll try and run. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Operating from the gun. Murray dancing to his left. And an alley to run. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own. But as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you. And if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. And even 40 yards. A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Here we go now.
Again, it's Cohen. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
Now let's go.
On 3rd down, Murray being chased out left. And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line.
To me, the defense was looking a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. It's taken to the 26. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now the offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Set. 3-19. 3-19.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Trey Hendrickson in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
James has it. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They are excited about where they are in this game.
The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10. They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They try again with Cohen. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Bears on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
All right, here we go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Burton. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. This is Cohen. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
Here we go now.
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to send this one deep right. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. All the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for first and goal.
No. Check. Patriot.
Now they'll run it with Cohen. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's second and goal. Back now in Pittsburgh. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Looking to throw on second down. Murray flushed out right. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
The Bears on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here.
Here we go now.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. It's the fullback with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bears add on. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got it complete to Anderson. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll set up a throw. Now he's forced out right. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is picked up by the Bears.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the fourth quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out.
All right, here we go.
And they'll run it here. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it. They've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
A give to the fullback on the dive, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Here's Murray. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Schwartz. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. They get 14 yards there and a 1st down. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal.
Now let's go. Green.
And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
All right, here we go.
He'll get it up the middle, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Now McManus on to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Malik Collins in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
You got 4.
He'll look to throw. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And down he'll go at the 25. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that, Duck?
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. Well, not only did they try to fake it, they put the ball in the arm of their punter, and it didn't work out.
Not the quarterback.
No.
The punter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Risky.
And it's so funny because when it works, genius. When it doesn't work, not so smart.
Not so genius.
In this case, not so genius, but I do admire that he went for it.
Detroit! Detroit! Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Hot!
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game.